Hi folks, this is called Living the Nightmare with Captain Terry Moore out here in Desert Unit 290. Getting a hike around, early look for sheds without my shed hunting partner, the Tattooed Huntress, or better known as @the_fishing_queen on Instagram. Go follow her there if she accepts it. Yeah, kind of non-productive so far today. Fog's lifting. Real early yet for most of the bucks to have been dropped, but it appears that there's a deer here and there that's missing one side or both. It's like a needle in the haystack at this point. But here's kind of a view of what you got out here. Looking out around the desert area that I shed hunt that everybody else knows about, but most people are too lazy to get out and hike. But most of the snow's melted. Like Randy Newberger says, you're going to run out of health before you run out of money. So trying to make the best of it at 57 years old as I can in the remaining years that I'm going to be blessed to be alive on this beautiful earth with our outdoor adventures, our Shed Addicts, and the 509 Outdoors channel, which I will post this to. But over the next month or so, be out here, maybe 2 months, looking for sheds. And then after that, we'll start venturing into probably some early smallmouth, big trout, walleye fishing before we transition into summer, where we hopefully get to do some salmon fishing again this year, which is definitely our favorite. But yeah, the fog's lifted up pretty good. When I first got out here about an hour and a half ago, you couldn't see more than 100 feet. So I dropped a pin on my Onyx at where I'm parked and just working my way around out here. I don't like being out here when I can't see real well. My pickup's parked way up there on the hill. I can see it now. The fog's lifted up pretty good. So anyhow, I've seen one deer without horns that I'm pretty sure was a buck. And I've seen one really nice buck out here this morning that I really hope to find his horns when they drop. We saw him last weekend when my lovely wife was out here with me. Bless her heart, she can't be out here with me often because she's taking care of her elderly mother who's not doing real well. And yeah, anyway, it's just going to be a journey for a while without her out here. I'm not used to being outdoors alone without her. When I was a younger man, I spent a little bit of time outdoors by myself, but raised a family, always took my kids out, and I've always packed my lovely wife along with me out here. She enjoys the outdoors maybe even more than I do. So got my addicted fishing attire on, my hat anyway, and my addicted fishing hoodie, my coveralls. It's about 34 degrees out. It's not bad. Good day for a hike. Just wished I could find a shed out here in this expanse, but you know, eventually a guy will just trip right on into them. I don't know, maybe if I was a younger man, I'd take up being a shed hunting tour guide, but then everybody would know all the good spots because I kind of know where some of them are. Although my wife, the fishing queen, she's probably finds 3 sheds to every shed I find, and I maybe one time I found a shed out here without her being with me. I can't really remember for sure. I may not have ever found a shed without her with me. She knows how to find them, and she takes her time. I'm probably going a little faster right now, but I'm trying to cover a bunch of this expanse right now, looking for fresh sign. I've seen some because that's the places I want to be looking where they've been recently. So that'll narrow down to tomorrow's search. I'm going to come out tomorrow and we'll get out and cover maybe the same area, general area, or maybe a little different area and try to knock down some land. And if it's not real bad out tomorrow, I'll be probably not bad fog. I'll probably glass right after I get out here a while and try to maybe see if I can spot where some of the deer are, so I'm not disturbing them. I don't like pushing them around in the winter time, so I try to shed hunt where I know they aren't. So that's a smart thing to do. It's hard on these animals, winter can be, and we've had an extremely rough early winter and cold December and first part of January, and had a lot of snow, and thank the Lord it's gone, but for the most part there's still patches here and there. Yeah, it's been tough on them, and you just don't want to get out and pressure these poor animals. So I always try to find places where I don't think they are, and if I do see deer, I go the opposite direction when they spot me, so I'm not best to push them. But anyhow, this is turning into a lengthy video. I just planned on it being a couple of minutes. Gonna learn to use my GoPro and learn to do some stuff this year to give me a way to spend my time when I can't be with my wonderful wife that I miss so dearly, so terribly. And I learned to edit and do things, and maybe I can have some little fun hobby with showing people what I do out here. But don't want to bore y'all anymore, but probably nobody will watch this anyway but me. But Happy New Year to y'all. It's January, I think, 14th, so a little early to find very many sheds, but we found our first last year at the end of December. So in years past, we've always found a few in January. Try to get ahead of all the people that'll be out here. Usually towards the end of February, March is when most people show up out here looking with their, and they find them. But we probably get more than anybody else picked up before they all get out here. So anyhow, thanks for tuning in to Living the Nightmare with Captain Terry Moore of 509 Outdoors. No, it's not really a nightmare. It's trying to live the dream, but it's a nightmare without my girl sometimes. So tune in next time, and thanks for watching.